Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Worth Consulting's video on how to scan a photo using your MFP. Now, we get a lot of comments on our YouTube channel on how to scan using MFPs, ranging from what about showing us how to scan a photo to this. And as you can see, there are comments on both YouTube videos asking questions on how to scan using their MFP. So we thought that it was a great idea that somebody wanted to see a video on how to use their MFP to scan. So we quickly put this one together, and hopefully it'll be useful for you. So we have two ways to scan with an MFP. You can scan from the control panel, and that's called push scanning, or you can scan from your PC. That's called pull scanning. Now, scanning from the MFP, the easiest way to do it is to scan to a flash device in the USB memory port or a memory card. That's the easiest way to do it. Now, some MFPs don't have memory card slots or USB convenience ports. You can also scan directly to an email server. Your photo will come as an attachment in an email, and that's on more advanced MFPs, generally in the range of $250 to $300. You can send a scan to your PC. And just about any MFP will allow you to do this. You can send a scan to a network folder if you happen to have a shared folder on your network if you're connected to a network. Again, this is a more advanced MFP features, and again in the range of $250 to $300. And then even some of the newest advanced MFPs, you can send scan photos or scan whatever you scanned to the cloud, to say Google Docs or Evernote or Dropbox. And when you scan from your PC, all MFPs do this. Every one we've tested. You can scan to your pictures folder or your document folder. You're pulling a scan from your PC. You initiate the scan at the PC. You can scan to your email client, scan a document, it'll attach it to an email, and you can send it off someplace, or you can pull a scan directly into an application. So let's look and see what we need to do. We'll start here from scan from your PC. Now, all of your MFPs, when you install the software, gives you an ability to set up a program that runs down here in the taskbar. Runs down here in a taskbar, and it listens for it listens for a scan that you're going to push over from the PC. You have to activate that, and I have an OfficeEdge on my PC here, and under Scanner, this is where you would do all your scanning. There's something here called Activate Scan to Computer, and you click that, and it's activating a program that runs down here. See this little scanner down here? Yeah. In the taskbar, it says scan to computer is activated. So right now this computer is ready to receive scans from the control panel of the MFP. And generally the defaults send a scanned photo to your pictures folder, a scanned optical character recognition document to your documents folder, Optical character recognition is something, a piece of software that comes with an MFP that converts a scanned document into editable text. So naturally it ends up in your documents folder. So let's do a basic scan from a PC. It's called scan document or photo. Every PC, every MFP has this in their software. And what you're basically opening up is something called the TWAIN driver, TWAIN. It stands for Technology Without an Interesting Name. That's pretty humorous. It's been around for a long time. So basically this software opens up. I can scan something and save it as a PDF, save it as a picture, a JPEG, save it as an email attachment as a PDF, save it as an email attachment as a JPEG, or go in and make changes and to wholesale changes. These are all shortcuts. When I change from PDF to JPEG, you see that these things automatically change the resolution, color. So I'm at 200 dpi as a JPEG, and then the file type for a PDF changes from to PDF down here. When I switch, these are all shortcuts, and you can modify them and save them. Down here it says create new shortcuts. So if you say that you want your this icon to always be a higher resolution, say this goes all the way to 4800, you can save this now, either at a different name or save this default by going down here to actually you can't change the default, but you could create a new shortcut. So let's go into everyday scan, which lets us play around with everything. And here's your scan size, if you want to specify. Here's your color, grayscale, black and white, resolution. You don't need high resolutions for photos. It just makes a giant file. I mean, 200 dpi should be fine for your photos. And well, let's see what the default is. The default is 200. Save as JPEG, it's 200. And you can also save as a bitmap, a JPEG, a PNG, a TIFF, or a PDF. And this is on a basic setting. So once I say get everything set up the way I want, I should go over there and put an original under the platen. That would probably help things. Let me put a photo under the platen on the device. Okay, I put a photo on the platen of the device. You can also use a document feeder. You can actually put originals in the document feeder. I'm not seeing it. Oh yeah, here you go. You can actually scan duplex originals through the document feeder. It automatically detects whether there's an original in the document feeder, and so I put it on the platen. Thick photos don't go through the document feeder too well. But if you were scanning a document, a multi-page document on plain paper, you could put it in the document feeder. Okay, this is the file name that's going to show up in my pictures folder. So let me change it so that I know what it's called. I'm going to call it musicians, and we want a JPEG. I want to scan the entire area. We want it in color, 200 dpi. You can also lighten and darken the image. So scan. It's preparing to scan. I don't know if you can hear it, but the device just woke up over there. So it looks like this. What will happen next is that here's a preview showing up here. And I can crop it. This is not actually cropping it. This is going to it may scan it again after I specify how the scan. This may be the scan area and not actually cropping the photo, so you don't get this white area in your picture file when it's delivered. This is to rotate it. I want to rotate it like that. If you have a multi-page document, you can add and remove any blank pages or pages that you do not want. I can adjust the brightness and the contrast here. Once I'm satisfied with the way this is set up, I click Save. And it's asking me where I want to save it, and it's put it in my Documents library. So I think I'd rather have it in my Pictures folder. So it'll be saved as Musicians. So it just saved the document in my Pictures folder, and you can see right here, there is the scanned photo. Okay, that's one way to do it. Now let's go back to our document here. Scan to email. It's basically the same thing we just did. What will happen is your email client will open up with whatever you scanned will be an attachment. I don't need to show you how that works. This one I do. Scan to application. Even if you don't have, you have to have the software installed. You have to have that Twain driver installed in order for this to work. So you can't scan without software. And so let me go backtrack. You can, and we'll look at that in a minute. But let's go into Paint. Let's find Paint. Everybody's got Paint on their machine someplace, and let me see if I can find it. There it is. Now everybody knows Paint. Every Windows user knows Paint. So what do I want to do? You can scan directly into Paint. You go over here and you find the this is Office Windows 7, and this same option and from scanner or camera shows up in any other version under the File drop-down menu. So I go from scanner to camera, and I have two different scanners on here, two different OfficeJets. It asks me which one I want to use. I'll use the one that we just demonstrated, and that's going to be a slightly different universal, user interface here, dialog, color picture, grayscale, black and white picture, and basically you define your scan area. You can preview it. And if the scan area is too big and you want to get rid of some of it, and it will be, I got a 14-inch platen that we scanned from. This automatically found the edges. I think I want to make the white border consistent all the way around, or you can actually get rid of it by cropping here. This is cropping the scan, not the picture, but your picture will come out like this. Since I did a preview, this is just a preview, I can adjust it, and then once I can adjust the quality here, the resolution, grayscale, black and white, brightness, contrast. And then once I'm satisfied with the preview, I press scan, and basically the same thing happens. It's going to pull the scan. It's down here, and it's transferring data. And here is my picture. Now I can rotate it, view it, work on it. This pull to application is in Word, any Office 10 document, Paint, Photoshop, I mean, just all kinds of applications have the ability to pull a scan in. You just have to have the software installed, because the Twain driver doesn't get installed unless you install the software. So finally, I don't know what the IP address is on my my HP. So let's see if we can find it down here. No, I'm going to go over to the device. I'm going to the networking icon. Okay, the IP address is 192.168.0.102. So let's go back over here. Load up Internet Explorer. Open up a new window. Now I'm going to go up here and type in the IP. Not all printers have this. All the HPs do. I believe the Lexmarks do. But not all MFPs will let you do this. They all have a web page that you can look at. 192.168.0.1. Okay, that's better. Alright, so what happens is the web page opens up, and this is your printer web page. Every MFP has this. It shows you the status. It shows you the ink levels. You can go in and change the settings, sleep mode, all kinds of stuff. Right here, there's one, fax settings, network settings. There's tools here to clean the the print heads, diagnostics. So there's a scan tab here. Let's look at that. Okay, this is called HP Web Scan. So you don't need any software to do this. You can just go into the, if you have it on, it's got to be on a network though. You can't do this if it's hooked up directly to your computer. So hook up your you should always hook these things up to a network somehow. Now, even if you just have a wireless, if you have wireless, hook it up to the wireless router, not your PC, and then you'll get the ability to do stuff like this. Okay, if you don't hook it up to your network, you can't do this, and that's really, if you have wireless and you have a wireless printer, you definitely should hook it up to your wireless network. So basically, we have something called Web Scan here, and it's letting me a whole bunch of options, just like before: JPEG, PDF, color, black, one-sided, two-sided original, the original size, the DPI. It's not quite as extensive, but I can do the same thing here. So I got a JPEG color. It's a one-sided original on the glass. It's a letter size original, and it's not text. It's a photo, and that photo automatically goes to 200 DPI. Let's start the scan. And I apologize for the production quality. It's a different video camera. We just got it the other day. And I'm making this all by myself, and we're not going to spend a lot of time editing it. It's more important for it to get out there quickly than to spend a lot of time editing it. So I don't hear much going on over there. Probably because I have it. Networking screen up on the display, and I needed to press OK to get rid of it. So hopefully something will happen soon. But nevertheless, what will happen is, and this has never failed me before, you'll get your preview here, and then when you press save, it asks you what you want to name it. and where you want to save it to. It'll probably open up in your My Documents folder as a default, and that's making a fool of me. This happens all the time when you make a video. Something works flawlessly until you try to video it. It's like showing off dog tricks. You know, your dog does it every time until you do it in front of somebody. So basically, that's how you would do a scan to your scan from your PC. So more advanced ones, you can go over to the control panel. More advanced MFPs, you can go over to the control panel and do a bunch of stuff from there. And when you're on the network, I mean, this stuff is great. I mean, you go over there and in fact, let's go over there right now. Scan. Now if I plug in a memory device down here, this takes memory cards or a USB. You can scan from the control panel to that memory device, take it out and walk away. Scan to a computer. Remember I activated my computer before? And I can scan. Well, here's all my settings, same as before on the menu over there. And when we did it from the computer, you can save it as a PDF, a JPEG. And once I say save as JPEG, I hit the scan and it'll show up in my documents folder or my pictures folder over there automatically on my PC. I can send scan to a network folder. I have 2 repositories set up for Kathy and I, which are basically network folders. So it'll send a scan directly to my network folder, and I can go over to my PC and look in that folder and get what I need. That reflection is annoying me. And then finally, if I say scan to email, this particular unit, this OfficeEdge 8600, has the ability to send a scan to an email server, which you set up in the web page that you were looking at before. And you can also set it up, I believe, here on your setup. There's a wizard, maybe not, but you basically say, you put in all the email server information, and then you can send a scan to an email server without it first going to your PC. So basically that's it for now, and I hope you enjoyed this and find it useful.